Many hellos, you're tuned in to the Rewind Guys podcast, the show where we watch, discuss, and rate old movies, new movies, movies that defined our childhoods, and others we've never seen or even heard of before. This week, get ready to pop a blue pill and dance poolside because we're talking about the Netflix original, Polar. So put your feet up, take a load off, and don't forget the popcorn because the show is about to begin.
Quite a good scene, isn't it? One man crazy, three very sane spectators.
Welcome back to the Rewind Guys podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Andrews, joined by Mike Andrus.
What's up?
Russell Andrews.
Welcome to Walmart.
And Isiah Page.
Welcome.
This week, we're talking about the Netflix original, Polar. This is an action crime drama filmed in Canada, released January 2019, has a runtime of 1 hour and 58 minutes, and is rated R. This movie stars Mads Mikkelsen as Duncan Vizla,
I've never heard about winter COVID before.
Vanessa Hudgens as Camille,
I use bourbon and maple syrup.
and Catherine Winnick as Vivian.
You should just forget about him and move on.
This movie was directed by Jonas Åkerlund, and will whoever picked this movie read us the synopsis?
An assassin on the verge of retirement must put the good life on hold when his greedy boss sends a squad of young, ruthless killers to take him out.
I kind of wanted to defend this movie, and the worst part is the one thing I had to defend this movie, I can no longer find. Because I swear I knew what the budget was.
Oh, the budget? I can look it up in a second, but it was right around $2 million.
That's what I thought. And if you can find it, let me know, because I wanted to fact check that. Yeah, I know. I wanted to fact check it because if this movie was done with $2 million, it's kind of amazing. And I feel like it was just on either...
Netflix said screw you and took it away.
Maybe, but yeah, it was either on IMDb or Wikipedia where I thought it said $2 million.
I mean, Wikipedia is always accurate.
It is,
Definitely.
100%. Okay, so, man, the first time I watched this, I was like, this movie's actually really good. Especially after I heard a lot of people bash this movie. And then I watched it a second time, and I'm like, okay. And then this last time, I'm just like, this is not that great.
What's your name again, baby?
I'm still Cindy, baby.
Hello again, Cindy, baby. How about a little bubbly?
Oh, yeah.
You got a little on you. Come here.
Our movie starts in the middle of nowhere in Chile. Johnny Knoxville is poolside with what I'm assuming is his mansion with this woman that he says, he goes, what's your name again? Why is she there?
She's just
She's the honeypot. Like, she probably approached him.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere in Chile?
Because maybe it's
It says it in the beginning. It's dead. Dude, there is an aerial shot of this mansion in the middle of nowhere.
maybe it's like played off as a rent-a-hooker.
Well, it's like, also, the company knows he's retiring. They know he's probably going to be getting on a plane. They probably just had her meet him, like...
Yeah, it was like a gift.
man.
Like, here's a woman for you for your retirement.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, like, to
Here's
set
your
up the hit,
celebratory
which
woman.
was, like...
Yeah.
Why did they need so much? Like, the one guy, like, the dude was just chilling at his pool. The one guy with the rifle would have been enough.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so, first of all, this whole...
they gotta work in the squad. You know, let's just...
It's
the A-team.
It's the League of Extraordinary Hipsters. I mean,
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on those
these
kids.
are the weirdest people. And
Don't
I said
even
this the second
start.
time I watched the movie. The bad guys, or the A-team, ruined the movie.
oh, man.
100%. They are the
Oh, yeah.
worst part of it.
Oh, and it's weird because
It also
kinda
took me
are.
4 times watching to notice that the Asian lady did not have both eyebrows.
Oh, yeah. You didn't notice that?
I did not
not like
notice
it's
that.
a huge thing, but I actually had to look it up because I thought androgynous red, I thought that guy was a girl. It looked like
Yeah.
it looked
Are you
like
talking about the creepy ginger guy?
yes.
That dude was the scariest looking guy I've
He
ever
is.
seen.
I had to look him up. It looked, no joke, it looked like it was a woman with like gender swap makeup on. And I thought that's what they did, and I didn't know why,
It
so I
looked
had to
like
look
the
it up.
Elephant Man with red hair.
It is so crazy. It's so crazy. But
Which
these
one
are
is this?
the red-haired guy, the
I must
weird
have missed
guy.
it though, because I didn't see it like that. But
I had to look it up because I didn't know if it was a guy or a girl, and not that that's a bad thing. I'm just like, it threw me for a loop. But he has such a unique look to him.
Unique's a good word for
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Unique.
That's a nice
okay.
way to put it.
But yeah, so
There was a lot of very unique looking people.
And here's the thing. I assume
Asian
these
lady with her weird makeup.
hipster assassins are like new school versus old school, but they took it way over
Shit
the
at their
top.
job versus
were like-
competent.
Yeah, they were,
Yeah.
they were like whiny
They
little brats.
They
overcomplicated
were.
their job, basically.
Oh, and they totally did. And I think, and I'll get to it later, but I think I see in this movie with its humor that you guys see in House with its humor, if that makes any sense. And I'll get into
Okay.
more of that later.
Curious what you mean.
I'll get into that a little bit more because I
House
want to.
wasn't a scary movie. It was just funny.
Well, no, I don't think. No, but the thing is, okay, fine, fine,
no.
fine. Okay, if we want to get into this right now, I'm getting into it right now. Okay,
Not again.
because here's the thing.
You're breaking Patrick.
I can't see it. I mean, I see it a little bit in House, but I don't see it because I actually like House, and I don't want to think too much about this movie. But here's the thing, like, man, okay, we got to get into this movie at some point, but I take this movie as a serious movie where they're trying to mix in a little bit of comedy, but I don't think they mixed it right. Like, there's no mixture. There's just harsh bits of trying to be serious, and then these harsh bits of trying to be funny, and it doesn't mix.
Yeah, because if they're trying to be funny, I'm taking it as they're still trying to be serious.
Yes.
But it looks really bad.
It leaves like a bad taste in your mouth. It's an awkward mix. It doesn't work. And so I think that's what I kept noticing every time I was watching it, at least to me. And it's like, it doesn't, I mean, and even the villain, you can't even take this guy serious as a villain.
Nope.
No.
It's really generic, cheesy, like, you know, the accent, the hair, the glasses, like the
Yes.
constant hand cream.
Yeah.
It was just
that
like-
was just. I don't know why. It's just like plump. I'm like,
And I
Like how
think,
he had like industrial vat sized like dispensers for it too.
oh, like it was actually kind of gross sometimes. They
Yeah,
squeeze like this.
it was so much.
It was.
I want to say this though, the Asian lady. Because I don't know how my brain just saw this, but if you look at the Asian lady, the way she looks like, I don't remember her name. If any of you do,
I don't. It doesn't matter.
but. And at Blue, for some reason, they kind of look alike. I don't know if that was like a makeup thing done, but I'm just like, why do you guys kind of look the same?
I hope
Kinda
not, because I
weird.
kind of like the Asian lady.
She has a weird
kinda
round
like Blue,
face,
you know what
like.
I'm
Okay, so man, all right, we'll talk more about likes and dislikes toward the end, but let's get this rolling. We're in Chile. Johnny Knoxville's character is poolside. He's popping some blue pill, getting ready to get lucky. And here's the thing: you get all these like quick edits of these hipster assassins setting up to take him out, which should have been a very easy hit.
Yeah.
And there's like what 4 or 5, 6? I don't know. There's like a bunch of them.
There's
too many.
4.
There's a lot of them.
There's
Yeah.
the sniper. There's the redhead. There's Cindy.
The dude who's just flying a helicopter
And,
around for the fun of it.
The what's his face? I can't remember his.
He's like,
fucking
this was in
name.
the budget.
Yeah. I don't. There's like all this going on, and I'll be honest. I mean, obviously, I'm not a filmmaker, but I think it would have been cooler if like you're just watching, like, because obviously you don't know what's going on, and it's that way on purpose. But it would have been cooler if like you're just watching this, not knowing what's going on, and all of a sudden there's like a head pop where he just gets like taken out. Like
Yeah.
to me, that would have been more of a gripping intro than what you got.
Yeah, I think you could look at any scene and really just rewrite it in any way better.
Oh yeah,
So-
and you know, well, and the thing is, like, this one thing they do a lot, and I'm not a big fan of. I'm sure it has its applications, and I couldn't tell you where, but like, I don't like all their quick editing. Like, there's a scene where a car backs up, and it's like bam, 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 bam. There's like 6 or 7, fucking 12 different shots.
I didn't notice that a lot of the time.
It's
I don't know if I wasn't
stupid.
paying attention. In fact, I was watching on my phone, but
Yeah.
But
Plus,
yeah.
they should have had Johnny Knoxville in the movie more, because I like Johnny Knoxville.
Our intel says Michael's killer is tied to a Russian outlet. They hired some Mexican hitman by the name of Pedro Gonzalez. He's currently staking out in Belarus, Russia. Your old boss Blue sanctioned a revenge hit, $1 million bullet, to tell this pendejo that we are not to be fucked with.
No, Loot fired me.
Don't be such a crybaby. He lets go of everybody at 50. You know that. Company fucking policy. Can't be a hitman with Alzheimer's.
Get one of the young guys in.
Technically, you're still active for the next 2 weeks. This needs somebody with more finesse, more experience.
So that finishes up. This is where we meet our main character, Duncan Vizla, known as the Black Kaiser, because he's like the top assassin, apparently.
Yeah, so who really was Kaiser Sose?
He was the gimp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell he's good because if any true assassin is smart enough with every phone call to keep it under 30 seconds and to tear up and give a new SIM, it's like, you're smart.
Oh, yeah, this guy went through phones and SIM cards like nobody's business, which is actually kind of cool.
I also thought that he looked kind of like a tough version of Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Hey, I have to say, I don't know much about this main character actor guy, but I kind of like him. I kind of want to know what else he's in.
Didn't we look it up? Wasn't he like an Olympic gymnast or something like before he started acting along those lines?
Yeah, because I was wondering if he did a lot of this himself, because he looks like he's kind of an older guy. And yeah, so he's got a background in like gymnastics or something. I don't know, something.
He's got a background
anyway.
in physical activity.
Yes, exactly. Pretty much.
I do believe he's done a couple movies. I just can't remember what. Because I know I've seen his face in a few movies.
Yeah, he looks familiar, but I can't place him. And I want to see more because I feel like I think he's kind of cool. I kind of like this guy. I don't know so much about the character he plays.
Yeah,
but
I think they gave him a crappy character. They gave a good actor a bad character.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is.
Well, honestly, like to me so far, like to me the serious moments throughout the movie were relatively well played out. But like when you went back and forth between like the weird moments, those off scenes were just
honestly,
like trash.
If the simple jokes they made with the main character were funnier than anything the assassins did. Like they're cliche, but they at least like got a
prostate
chuckle.
exam, man.
Oh,
geez,
yeah.
Prostate exam. Oh, I made this. You want some? Sure.
Oh yeah,
You just touched his asshole. You're gonna give him pie. Okay.
the best time to eat a pear tartine is after you finger somebody's butthole.
Agreed.
100%.
Okay.
Try it. Try it next time. When you're done, take your finger out and eat the
I
pear
just do it at
tartine.
the same time.
No, but okay. Bear with me, because this is the part that bugs me. Yes, one glove is going in, but he took off that butthole glove with his ungloved hand, and here, want a tartine? I'm like, dude, could you wash your hands first?
He's all right. It's his butthole. What does he care?
Just a little ass to mouth.
But-
You know, I've seen it a dozen times a day.
So let's rewind for our listeners here. He's getting a physical because I guess this is part of his retirement. Okay, because that's the thing. The Black Kaiser is retiring. He's 50 years old now, and he's done with everything. He wants to retire and live a simple life, as most assassins do.
You still smoke? I quit.
Yeah, even though he still smokes. But yeah, so he gets his physical. He talks to his financial advisor. They go over all these multiple properties he has, with the exception of the one, because I don't think anybody knows about his property in Colorado where he resides.
Wasn't it Montana?
Was it Montana?
Not even you know about it.
Apparently, I don't know about it. That's how secret he keeps it. Is
Yeah.
it Montana?
I swear it was.
And don't forget his frequent donations.
Oh yes, that's very important.
$200,000 donations. Holy shit.
Yeah, and the financial
Can I
advisor's
have
like,
that?
do you want to keep doing this? And he's like, yes. So he has that set up. He's got his property set up, and the one that he hides out in Montana, Colorado. And so, because I have no idea. I swear I thought it was Colorado, but man,
I mean,
yeah,
I
I got me
don't- I
second
don't know.
guessing.
I
Is
don't
anybody
know.
else? Nobody else
Wasn't
here
it
knows?
Wyoming?
I don't remember.
Utah? Okay, so he goes to his Wyoming, Colorado, Wisconsin, whatever place, and
Just throwing off. names
he's in his mystery
Cold,
location.
That's all we know.
we don't
and-
remember shit, apparently.
He gets a dog he doesn't want.
Wait, hold up. It's $50. I don't need a dog. Leaves with dog.
That is one thing I do like about his character. He says
That's-
no
that-
to a lot of shit.
What's his
what
name?
I'm
Doesn't
talking
have a
about.
name.
Those,
I like names
those
with
were
people
more
names.
comedic than anything the assassins did.
But that's the thing. I think with actual action crime dramas, I think the comedy needs to be a little bit more subtle, and they just went balls to
That's
the
what I'm
wall
saying.
on
Like,
some
if
of
they
it.
rewrote all the assassin scenes to be more serious and less of the craziness,
Like,
and just kept the jokes for what the other jokes that they had,
right.
I think it would have been a much better.
Yeah, I don't even think the assassins even needed any real true focal points. They could have just been regular assassins you've
Yeah.
seen any given time, and then that's it.
Honestly, kind of like the
Like,
ones
I
in
like the
John Wick.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
background characters.
It's like I like the assassin parts. They just the way they were done don't fit the movie.
I think this part is a stab maybe at John Wick. I mean, kind of with the dog, but he gets this dog back, and the first night he has his first limo flashback, and this happens kind of throughout, so you never really
They
know.
just expand upon them each one, so they get a little bit longer and a little bit more scene.
A little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. And he freaks out and he kills a dog.
Yep.
Rusty?
Slaps him right in the
Oh
face.
shit!
Yep. And I think,
Shit.
and I think it's the scene where he buries him, where he kind of sees his neighbor across the pond. I think it's kind of the first scene.
Struggling to cut some wood.
Yep.
Get your lumber, lady.
And this is something that I think you kind of realize there's something, he has an interest in his neighbor, and this is something that kind of you see throughout, is like the awkwardness between this neighbor every time she's around him, which plays a big part in the plot. Which, by the way, I think we're introduced to pretty quick here. I think it's within this part of the movie where we finally meet Mr. Blute, which is a stupid name, and he's a stupid character. He is introduced after Vivian tries to get the Black Kaiser, Duncan, to do one more job, and he doesn't want to do it.
No, he don't.
But he's got 14 more days. So it's like,
That
you're
job
still...
was the job to get him killed anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a setup. And that's where the whole plot is discussed in a stupid meeting. There's this dumb meeting with like these wannabe Matrix looking characters. This is so lame.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
dude, did you not see his 6 sword moves at the start?
yeah. And like his painting of his father, his dear old dad. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Oh, so stupid.
It looks like his fat face with a normal body, and it doesn't make sense. Like, dude, you're right.
You know, I could have taken the scene a little bit more serious if you just lost the 2 dudes on the side of this lady with their sunglasses indoors and all this crap. It's trying to be dramatic and whatever, and it's just so lame.
Yeah, and this is when they start doing those little lame character intros where it's like, and it has like their name on the screen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the cheesiest shit.
You know, I
hated it. As soon as they did that, I was like, okay, Borderlands did this like 10 years ago. Calm down.
I kind of liked it. I mean, okay, first of all, the whole movie, that's all right. I mean, considering what else it
that
was.
effect in another movie.
Yeah,
I just
it's
don't.
like
How do I
it's
not remember this?
overplayed now.
They
It's
did the
just-
same thing in the one with the stupid Joker in it.
Suicide Squad?
Yes, thank you. They did it in Suicide Squad when they were introducing people. They
I
had
have
a
not
similar
seen that
thing.
movie.
So
not missing much.
they're just taking stuff from
okay.
other really lame popular movies and trying to make their own lame popular
Yeah,
movie.
pretty much. I think
and
so.
it's just coming off as a lame ripoff
Yeah,
of lameness
kind of.
with extra lame.
In fairness, again, I do want to backtrack and say the first time I watched this, I liked this movie.
Yeah,
I did
still
like
say,
it.
Well, your mind shut off. It's like, hey, this is an action movie. Just watch it. I thought it was actually a good movie. Going back and paying attention, not so good.
But there's this. Okay, first of all, I watched this movie 3 times. This part in particular, I still don't even understand the business deal between these two.
Okay, basically, the guy Blute wants to buy out Damocles,
Okay,
but apparently his assets.
right.
Isn't he trying to sell the company?
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because
Well, yeah.
I watched this a few times. I couldn't figure
So
it out.
basically, he's trying to sell the company, and by killing off the assassins who are retiring, he gets everything that was owed to them back to the company.
Right.
Makes the
Okay,
company
yes.
appear
Because-
profitable.
Because what it is when you sign the contract, your whatever you paid into your pension gets matched.
Right.
So when you hit 50, you get all that money.
Right.
So by killing off the assassins,
It's
they
written
get
in the
a-
contract that the money comes back to them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And this is the thing. So ultimately, the plot is he's killing off all the retired assassins so he doesn't have to pay them. It'll save him $29 million, and then he can sell or buy whatever the hell's going on in this transaction, which, by the way, I still don't know. But here's the thing, and this is what bothered me the most, because now, at this point, the first time I watched this, I realized that Johnny Knoxville is a retired assassin. He doesn't think anything weird is going on with this hot lady being out in the middle of nowhere?
I mean, clearly you've seen from their other employees that their standards are not that high.
Yeah,
As
apparently.
long as you don't get killed by the person you're trying to kill, it seems like you
Yeah.
can make it to retirement age at
Yeah,
this
but
company.
that's the thing. That's why I'm kind of taking into consideration that if you're that good of an assassin that you can
It's like the
retire,
Black
you got
Kaiser's-
some skills.
the Black Kaiser's not even that good. He just
no,
knows how to not die.
No, he's good.
I'm just saying, like, it's like everyone's just that bad that he appears Good.
I don't know.
I want to say, I like how the beginning scene still bothers you.
How many countries have you been to?
99.
Most people don't even know 99 countries.
Andorra, Albania, Austria, Australia, Antigua, Angola, Algeria, Afghanistan, Argentina, Azerbaijan. That was 10. And I'm only at the 8th, so, yeah.
Do you speak any languages?
8.
You should give a class at school, here in town.
About what?
Tell the kids about the world. How many teachers have actually seen the places you have? Would you do it?
No.
Why not?
I don't know how to talk to kids.
Oh, right.
Let's fast forward here. I'm going to go through this.
Damn groans.
I thought we were the rewind guys. Now we're fast forward guys?
Well, I'm going to fast forward so I can rewind.
The fast forward friends.
The fast forward friends, yes. Okay, here's the thing, right? So we get, because man, there's that's how this movie makes me feel. There's a lot of stuff that happens that really doesn't matter. In a sense,
I was just about to say this movie is 2 hours long and easily could have been like an hour and 15.
Yes,
hour and
30 minutes.
Like,
You could have cut out a good half hour to 45 minutes of the movie, and it was a better movie of it.
We get, because here's the thing, we go to Duncan and his neighbor. They're in a diner or the corner store, and she's acting weird and he's being nice. They're in a diner, she's being weird, he's being nice. They're in a diner again, they're being weird, or she's being weird, he's being nice. We get the same thing like 3 times.
Well,
and then in between, we get these little tiny interjections of the hipster assassins taking out these really weird people, which the only one I do like, by the way, is the crack den in, where was that? The crack den was in...
it wasn't Florida, because Florida was the creepy pervert.
Yeah,
was
Miami
Detroit.
was the creepy pervert.
I think that one was in Detroit.
Detroit was the...
The crack den?
I think it was.
Of
I guess
course
that
it
makes
was.
sense. Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, no, wait.
No, New Jersey.
Because it was, what was the first one was the pervert.
Yeah, that was in Miami.
The second one, I believe, was the crack den. The third one.
The third one was the trailer park in Texas with the really big cross-dresser.
I loved that one because it was funny because all of a sudden it's like when they finally shot all the I'm like, damn, but they didn't even pay no mind. I was like, fuck, that's nasty. But when they go to leave, all of a sudden, get back here.
But yeah,
like he came back to life to say, fuck you.
Yeah, why did he do that? He was still asking them to leave the whole time, and then he's like, he gets shot. They go to leave, and he's like,
but
you either play dead or apparently get mag dumped by everyone.
But that's what I'm saying. This is the weird part. You have these
that was my favorite one.
You have these serious moments, and like I swear, every 2 to 5 minutes, you have these things that were really trying to be comedic.
I want to go back though to where the things that he was doing with Camille. That, like, some of those a couple of those could have been cut out.
You remember it?
Huh? Duncan. Come on, Bert. Duncan.
No, that's actually a quote from the end of the movie.
Oh, don't call me out there.
Where was that scene where somebody said, "Do you find Jesus attractive?"
That was like the first scene in the town. That was so funny to me.
Yes.
Is that?
Now we rewind. See, this is where the rewind comes into play. This is his first. This is like literally his first day in like Colorado, Wyoming, whatever. And he's in this corner store, and yeah, the cashier lady who owns the store, I'm assuming, and this other lady is just like, Jesus is so hot, and they're just talking about him.
It starts out with them talking about like some TV show they're watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
He goes, "Do you find Jesus attractive?"
Some of those lighthearted moments are fine because it just gives you a little chuckle. So break up some of the tension. But like all those interactions he had with Camille, like I'll be honest, like a couple of them could have been cut out because I feel like there was like one too many.
I feel like
my favorite one though was the school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, you teach kids how to kill
they
people.
They could have kept like
I loved that.
The one where he talked about he's in the funeral business.
Yeah, he's like a traveling funeral business. It's so whatever.
I'm listening to that like
But
The
you know,
fuck is this?
then when he explained it, though, it kind of made sense. you know? But it's like
no, he made it sound legit. I mean, he's good at what he.
I mean,
he's good.
about to retire from this job after being there for what 30 years. He's got to have a good excuse on what he does.
But
he made a lot of money.
Basically showed all the kids how to cut a body. I shrink. I'm like, oh,
Is it who wants to see a body? It's been out in the sun for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that's the thing. Like, because final meeting between Camille and Duncan was at the diner when she learns he was in this supposed traveling funeral business, and she's like, "Well, with your travels, you should talk to the kids here at school." And of course, like his character is like, "No, I don't know how to talk to kids." And then the next time we see him,
he really doesn't know how to talk to kids.
He's in the classroom. He's got this awesome knife. And he's like showing these kids how to take down the slash here. And he's like. Actually, that was kind of edited pretty cool. I kind of like that.
That was cool.
And I don't know if you realized it, but when he picks up, I think when he picks up the picture of the dead guy, he picks it up off this little desk thing, and there's like a syringe on there, a pill, like pill bottles and shit.
Hitman kit is just on this desk.
And I'm like,
they teach the kids how to use it.
And that's it's scenes like this though that it's funny, but like I feel like if they were to either double down on the humor and make it a comedy or ease back, I think would have been funnier.
I liked the scene. I don't actually remember where this happened, but I think she was just asking him questions and he was answering them about the different places he had been, but it was all related to hits he had done.
Oh yeah, no, it was the kids in the class were like, "Oh, what do they wear in India?"
It was in the classroom, yeah.
And then it would show like he would like it was showing like a hit he did in India, and then they were asking like there's all these flashbacks of his like these takedowns.
Yeah.
And
I actually liked that.
That was okay. It was, I mean, like, I don't know. There's like certain parts that are just like, yeah, all right. You know, like, I don't dislike them.
I just want to go back a little bit.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is an important scene because this was fun.
Okay.
So first off, before the assassins got sent after him, he did take the hit. Or take the mission.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Take out what's-his-face because, you know, that's what was actually supposed. That's
that's
the guy
kind of an, like,
who killed out Knoxville. I can't remember his name. Anyway, but it was funny what he did to the guy. That he was supposed to kill.
Yeah, it was a bit brutal.
Fucking nailed him to a damn wall and nailed his nuts. I'm just like, oh my god.
Now I want to point out something. I didn't think much of the scene. I just thought, oh god, he fucking shot him in the nuts with the nail gun. But on my fourth watching of this,
okay,
I noticed this man is nearly completely silent through his wrists getting nail gunned to the wall, getting a nail into each testicle, and it isn't until he punches him in the chest and he starts screaming. I'm like, how can that little punch to the chest be way worse than getting nails shut in your nuts?
I'm glad you brought that up.
I just like it struck me as really weird.
The moment that first nail going, I would be crying.
Maybe it was his kink at
I would
first,
turn
you know? He was into it.
Well, you know.
I think I actually understand this one.
Oh, Patrick has a fetish.
Yeah, no. No, when the guy first walked out, the first thing he did is he like jabbed him right in his larynx. And I'm thinking that was supposed to do something to keep him quiet.
Right, they might have jacked up his
I guess
voice.
Right.
No.
All right.
Glad you caught that.
All right, because up until when Mike was talking about that, like,
what is it, like an on-off switch? He jabs him in it once, it's off, jab him in it again, it's on?
Maybe.
Is that how that works?
We would have to look that up to find the legitimacy of it.
It's like a clapper.
But yeah, so he does go after this big kahuna guy, which was his hit, which actually was supposed to put him in the position to be taken down. And that's when he discovers they're after him instead.
I didn't go back and count the shots, but he's using a 1911. He fires like 15 shots there.
His gun is custom.
It's a small gripe, but like they did everything else nice with that stuff. So
well, and you know the thing is, I think for the average person like myself, I mean, I obviously I notice when they go completely overboard, but I mean, if they were a few shots over, I wouldn't know.
The only reason I even noticed it is because in a lot of other scenes, they actually took the time, a lot of the times, to show everyone reloading.
Yeah, and they don't always do that in movies.
They really don't.
It keeps going forever.
It does.
The drill, I really liked how that seemed really well done. Him drilling into his forehead.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. That was going to be, and I can't even defend it now because unless you guys can actually show me or somebody. I think they did really good with a budget of $2 million if they really used $2 million, but I don't know. I can't get behind it now.
Hey there.
I brought you something.
Oh, thanks.
You told me how much you like knives, so thought this might be something. Comes in black if you like that better.
I don't know how to shoot.
That's okay. I'm a teacher now. Remember?
we got this really bizarre, and we get these kind of a bit throughout this whole movie. These weird, like, there are scenes where we cut back to Blute doing shit and these hipsters doing shit, and it's so.
That scene where it cuts back and he's like in stirrups, getting
Yeah.
lotion spread all over him. I'm just like, the hell
Yeah,
is going on
He was
here?
about to get fisted or something.
But that's the thing. There's like such weird comedy moments in a semi apparently serious movie. But we
Can
get
we say that? Just go back just to say that when he called Vivian to find out she was at a strip club licking hookers' asses, that was pretty good.
I'm surprised they could do that on their budget.
That's kind of funny. That's hilarious.
10 out of 10.
That's good. 10 out of 10. But yeah, so we get this weird.
I just watched that scene for 2 hours.
Put it on the A/B repeat. You know, I don't even know if that's a thing still. We get this really weird like scene with these hipsters in the hotel, and they're trying to track down where the Black Kaiser or Duncan could possibly be, and it is just this really bizarre scene where Red's coming out of the bathroom with a crack whore. He's like zipping up his pants while somebody else is in there shitting.
No.
Well, that's how I like it.
I thought this scene was weird too because I thought it was funny. So the big guy goes, finally, when they walk out, he rushes right in there. So that dude was like waiting to take the shit the whole time.
Junkie Jane.
But like this whole scene was just
That whole scene goes for like what like they almost show like a time cut, and it looks like it's way later. And he's just flushing and stepping out.
Oh, like, really?
He was in there the whole time.
It's really weird. They showed this scene for like, again, like.
I spotted so much
that
weird
scene
shit.
felt like fucking forever. Holy
that
shit.
scene? No, that scene it was weird because we go from, I can't remember what was before that.
Well, it wasn't an entirely long scene. It just felt fucking long. It's like, is this going to end?
There's just, it goes back and forth from the hipsters to Camille and Duncan a million times. And it's just, it's off-putting. To me, it's off-putting.
I like chocolate pudding. I'm trying to now that I'm thinking of what off-putting could mean.
No.
Getting juicy over here.
So, okay.
That's the brand of lotion that guy uses.
Extra moist.
Off-putting lotion.
But
It puts everybody
weird. All right, but no, so we get these back and forth scenes again where it's like we go from the hipsters motel scene to Duncan gets Camille a gift because, hey, you like knives. I got you a gun.
That was the stupid. You said you like knives. Here's a gun.
Yeah.
That's like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, I guess.
That's like, I know you like oranges. Here are some bananas.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess they're both fruit, both weapon. Okay, but it doesn't make sense.
Maybe he's like, you like fruit. Try this orange. You know, he's just trying to expand her horizons.
I guess, but a knife and a gun are not
they're
at all
not at
similar
all.
in any way.
And she's like, I don't know how to shoot. And he's like, I'm a teacher now.
They both kill people.
Oh yeah, but it's weird. Yeah, so he says, I'm a teacher now. That's the whole thing. That's the whole scene. And then it goes back to the hipster assassins who find the receipt for the $200,000 deposits, and they're like, oh, he's in this place, Wyoming, Colorado, or whatever. And so they go there. Okay, wait. No, hold on. It jumps back to another brief scene where
they're kind of in the woods with the bottles set up, and she has a little panic attack while trying to use the gun.
Yes, she flips out over the gun, like 100%. And I do think that's kind of funny. He's like, that's okay, I'll get you something else. I saved the receipt. I thought that was kind of funny. It's tiny humor is cool in this movie, I guess.
Plus, you can't gift someone a handgun like that.
I know.
That is illegal.
But yes, this was in Canada. Canada or
no, I thought he was like in Colorado or Wyoming.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm thinking of the actual filming location. Whatever, man.
We know where he was at anymore.
It doesn't matter. So he's like, I'll return it. It's fine. And then they go back. They go back to her house for winter coffee. Which, who knows what winter coffee is? Anybody remember?
I didn't before this movie. I
have no idea. I don't even
I
remember.
can tell you.
What is it?
Isn't it like coffee, whiskey, and maple syrup?
Bourbon. Which bourbon is a whiskey, isn't it?
I
don't drink a lot of liquor, so
I don't know what kind
so yeah,
of whiskey.
it's coffee with bourbon and maple syrup, and I actually kind of want to try it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, that does sound good.
And this is a weird character backstory moment where she talks about being sexually assaulted by a library Santa. Is that what it was?
Did I miss that?
I was really confused by this scene too. Like, did she just make this up on the spot?
I don't know.
Or did she just have a really shitty, unlucky life?
I'm so confused by that too, because I thought the same thing. Is she just trying to justify her way of acting, or did it really happen?
Was there actually a scene with the Santa in the movie?
There is. He when she was because when she was telling him this, I think because there's like this weird attachment he has to her. He was visualizing taking him out or something like that.
I don't remember that,
but yeah, that's why you probably remember, because he was having.
I thought it was like, spoiler, when he got drugged later or something like that, like he hallucinated it or something like.
No, I mean I could be wrong. But I almost feel like the drugged part was still just a bunch of limo flashbacks. But you could be right though. I don't really remember.
I just remember. I swear there's a scene where like he's going after a Santa.
Oh yeah, but I thought that was when she was telling him, and like I think he was getting so upset by the story she was telling him that he was visualizing seeing him like in the woods or something and taking him out himself or something like that.
Santas
yeah,
just
you know, I
love to
do
hang
kinda
on the
remember
woods.
that.
But yeah, so that happens. We cut to, I think, the next day. He's back at this corner store, and these hipster assassins, man, they track him down like nobody's business. The one thing apparently they're good at.
Googling.
Yes.
It is a little town, only has one road.
And okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so they spot him and they set up their trap, which, by the way, is so lame. It's the hot girl with the broke down car, and he pulls over to help her. And oh my God, I'm watching.
Trap.
I am.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And the whole time he's picking her up and taking her back and talking to her, I'm like, dude, I was like furious at how good they were supposed to make this guy at his job. I'm like, how are you falling for this shit? But he's only doing it to get some before he takes her out.
That's what I was saying. Maybe he wanted to get his dick wet before he let him die.
And that's all it is. He knew from the start. And dude, so they get back. It's night. He's taking advantage of the situation.
With this, the end of this scene.
Why so?
Because he didn't finish. Blue balled, man.
Oh man.
He heard the shot before it left.
Okay, so there was
bang.
Yeah, okay, this actually relates to it. It's the same way they got Johnny Knoxville at the start.
Yes.
She's distracting. They go for it. He literally, like, nothing really changes. And all of a sudden he's like, grabs her and lifts her up and puts her in the way of the gunshot.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, you know,
are you fucking psychic?
Yeah.
How did you know the shot was coming?
Same thing, but they were doing it in like 20 different positions, and he was pretty aggressive. So I took it as maybe he just, pun intended, maybe he just got lucky. Like he went to just move her anyway into a different position at the same time the gunshot, and like, oops.
I feel like that's how I like.
But I maybe
thought of it the first time I watched the movie.
That's the thing. It's like, okay, during that point where he was supposed to get shot, she was giving him a sweet blowy. So when she got thrown to the bullet or thrown into the path of the bullet, she got thrown into the path of the bullet. So either
maybe like
during everything that was going on,
like he knows
what
their
to
MO,
look.
so he was just waiting for it. Like
or he knows what to look for.
That because they all work for the same people. This is assassination 101, and he knows their playbook.
Like, yeah, how many times has he given someone a blowjob so that they could be killed?
Yes,
he knows.
Happen.
Take one for the team.
You don't get to number one without giving a few blowies.
Yes, and that's why he has $8 million. I mean, I'm just saying, think pros and cons, maybe. I don't know. So I'm done talking. Okay, so yeah, he's getting some, knowing what's about to happen. He's not stupid, which I'm glad this happened because I really thought he was being stupid. I honestly did. And then I'm like, I see your game here. You're just kind of playing the system. And so she gets shot, and there's this kind of fun naked fight scene. Dude, I'm like,
hilarious.
I was kind of cracking up when this is going down. Like, this is so weird. Like with Netflix movies and originals, they put in a lot of nudity and like sexual scenes.
That's how you sell the movie,
and that's true.
Sex sells.
That's how the HBO got their start, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then somehow, somewhere, he booked it out the house.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they didn't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they kind of give it like it cuts to the sniper guy. He's like, I can't see anything. And it's like, I guess that's just them letting it be known that he slipped out.
I'm actually glad you brought this up because the sniper was across the lake. And if you look at his cabin, you can see both sides. There's no way in hell.
You think this guy, with his skills, doesn't have some sort of underground tunnel or something?
Oh.
An escape route in his special hideaway cabin? Come on. This dude he has it set up.
I'm going to be honest. It's actually probably pretty true. Like,
That's
I feel like
a good point. But I mean,
I feel
like
we're giving him too much credit, though.
Yeah.
We're giving him too much credit.
I mean,
on top of that, though, too, you got to think because you're trying to say
Dude slipped out the shitter window.
Because you said that the sniper should have saw him walk out.
Yes.
And come at it. It was like, but at the same time, from the movie perspective, he's just keeping his eye focused through this lens.
Okay.
Super zoomed in on the fucking house.
And that is
so he's not paying
100%
attention
true.
to the whole damn
That
house.
is 100% true.
He just zoomed
But-
around the house. Where is he? Where is he? Open your
Can
fucking
confirm from
eyes.
playing
Here's the
games where I've
problem,
been
though.
sniping, I 100% get snuck up on because I have tunnel vision.
Okay, and
Yep.
that might be true, but here's the thing. There is so much distance on both sides of the house, not to mention he's all the way around the fucking lake. How did he get there in 2 minutes?
My
Dude
bet's
knows how to
still on
boogie.
the
Naked.
tunnel.
You know how fast he can just get this
He's
shit
like,
done?
cold.
But at the same time,
Oh,
dude,
man.
like I said, you said he should have saw him. But it's like when you're just focusing down a scope, and for some dumbass reason you kept that scope zoomed in on said
Yeah.
house, you ain't gonna see much
I-
besides what you're looking at.
It's a flimsy at best scenario.
That's
and
where
honestly,
he should have zoomed down
actually,
and been like, wait, oh,
actually, to
Well,
rewind
disappointed they didn't
again.
have the helicopter flying around just for the fun of it.
Oh, yeah. But to rewind again, though, that's one of the things I thought was stupid when they were interrogating and beating the shit out of the financial advisor guy. The one person's like, okay, we're pretty much done here. Shoots him in the head. This guy, I don't know much about physics and things.
Oh, yeah. That's a little over the top.
Flips backwards, and when he does, his legs flip his desk.
That's a big-ass
bullshit.
Yeah, because, okay, so then the person holding the gun is going to be flipped backwards
Yeah.
out of the room because, equal and opposite reactions. So-
There's no way. There was so much force behind
Even
this
if,
bullet
like,
and everything. No, come
even
on.
if he just fell backwards in the chair and tipped back.
Yeah.
That's an executive style desk.
Yeah,
Like,
with shit all over it.
I'd be willing to bet if like two of us tried, we couldn't flip that desk like that.
So I think this whole sniper trying to take him out in the cabin's the same thing. You're right back to for dramatic effect, and it just doesn't make sense. You're looking at the visual appeal versus the actual mechanics behind the physics and everything, and it's what it is. Just deal with it.
So, they did try to kill you.
Twice. Once in Belarus and once at my place.
You know, I had the worst winter of my life. One summer in Belarus.
What's going on, Porter?
We're getting too old. And that's what's going on. Somewhere in your contract, there's a bunch of words that says, if you die before retirement, all the money goes back to the company unless you've named a next of kin. And who in our business has a next of kin? And you are costing the company a shitload of money.
So now he knows that they have Camille. Here's where it all starts to go down. And maybe you guys can fill me in on this because he goes to meet his old friend in Detroit in the karaoke bar.
Yeah.
And this guy double crosses him by he slips a Cosby in his drink. And
Is that how he does it?
I think so.
He
So older
put
old man
something
John
weird
Wick
on his
is
hand.
Yeah, I was gonna
He
say.
put some kind of weird cloth on his hand.
Did he?
Yeah.
The Cosby cloth?
The Cosby cloth. I don't know.
everything's
like,
just gonna be Cosby, ain't it?
If it knocks you out, it's a Cosby.
I don't know what it
Damn.
was. Like some weird hand chloroform.
Oh.
But,
I assumed he was like
Hand-
that was a
Chloroform
hiding.
just comes in a damn bottle.
Man, I
I
hand
assumed he was
chloro-
hiding some kind of
Whoa,
syringe
all
or
right.
needle in his napkin.
Man, I must have completely missed
It was
that because I just assumed they were sipping a drink together, and then the next thing I knew, he was passing out. So I thought the drink was drugged.
no, because he like blatantly like quickly grabbed his hand like right at the end when he's about to leave.
Yeah,
and,
they shake hands and he puts his other hand in on it.
and then he was
Oh.
like, "Oh shit, oh, I'm out."
Oh, I just thought he was shaking his hand to kind of prolong him staying
like a
there so
patch
he'd
or something
pass
on
out. I don't know. Okay, doesn't
The hand
matter.
chloroform.
The hand chloroform.
Either
Doesn't
way,
matter. Old man
he's
John Wick gets taken out by older man John Wick.
yes, he was double crossed by apparently his old friend, whom I'm assuming did it for some money or some BS. I'm sure.
Probably so he wouldn't die.
And that
Yeah.
could be. Maybe did it for his own life. And so
Did
now,
it for a Werther's.
yes, probably. So he okay. Now Mr. Blue has the upper hand, and he captures him. And just like every other movie, he can't just kill him. That would be far too easy.
Yeah, drag it out.
You killed the person I love, so for me to just kill you is not justice. I have to.
Was it even about her at that point? I feel like he mentioned stuff, not her.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no
I don't
idea.
remember, but
She was his stuff.
Yeah. All right. So
torture.
yes, torture. He's gonna torture him for. Did he have an established amount of days?
Yes, he's
Wasn't
like
it 4 days?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't sure.
Until his birthday. That's why he decided 4 days. 'cause
Oh,
it was 4
damn,
days until his birthday.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that until this most recent time.
Huh.
Torture him up until his
Okay,
birthday.
yeah. So I will admit, here's the thing: like
I'm getting to one of my other favorite parts here.
the torture scenes, I actually kind of liked. They were fine. They're actually pretty cool and gory. But here's the thing: it's weird because like he was doing a lot to him. And aside from other than being
Broke
covered
my
in
favorite
blood,
knife.
you never
Yeah.
really seen any of the wounds.
They didn't really do much for the graphics, but I mean, I think the torture scene was pretty good.
I feel like all he was
overall.
really doing, like he looked like he had a little pair of like pliers. He was just
Oh, yeah.
pulling little chunks out.
Players, knife.
Yeah, and that's why
broke a knife in him, and he got mad.
that's why I think
broke my
the
favorite
scene was
knife.
pretty good
broke my
because
knife.
as he was being tortured, like I felt it a little. You know, I could cringe a little bit with each chunk of skin that he was
it was so
chopping off.
casual about it too. Just reach up, nab you there, maybe a little bit there. I was like,
No,
"Ugh."
no,
We're gonna get your nipple.
Oh,
But he never took his pants off and chopped at the bits, and pieces, which
Give him
I
the
feel
bits.
like
Gotta give him the
I feel like
bits.
if you're in torture
He
someone,
also-
that's how you do it.
You know, he had a speech.
He got his eye, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Oh, the eye stab. Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was
like,
brutal.
His whole opening
Ooh.
speech was telling a story about like some like ancient Roman torture,
Yeah.
and it was all about chopping the dick off. Yeah, he never went for the dick.
Maybe that was for his birthday. He just never made it to his birthday.
I'm gonna chop your dick off for your birthday. Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
he's gonna put it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gonna
He
put it
got
on his
out.
cake for his candle holder. You know.
Oh god!
And
Shove
also,
it in the, stick it in the beehole.
he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do things to that girl you like, and you're gonna watch."
yeah.
and that never happened.
Yeah,
was he
'cause
saving it for
was
his
a birthday
birthday?
present.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Because
You
because
ruined it for him.
while he's being tortured, they have Camille in another room, and they are just injecting her with heroin after heroin, and just keeping her messed up.
She done
Yeah.
fucked up.
I
Yeah.
assumed that was just to keep her like completely sedated.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think so.
But yeah, so okay, the here's the thing, like the torture scenes were it was brutal and it was very cringeworthy. But he is like you said, he's taking these pliers or snipper things and cutting his skin and he's stabbing him repeatedly, but you never really see any wounds. And maybe that's
Because it was-
nitpicking.
well, I don't
but-
feel like the wounds were big.
No,
they were
it
just
was,
supposed
like,
to be small but painful wounds.
bloody, but like yeah, it didn't seem that bad.
I don't know. I still think you'd see him.
I think his wounds were supposed to be.
I don't think you'd see him through layer after layer of caked on blood.
Yeah, but
I
there's
think
not
could be a
that much
point.
though.
I don't know.
Well, okay,
Wounds were
all right.
supposed to
I
be
guess
Again,
I've never
small
been
but
tortured
sensitive.
like that
Yeah.
before, so I can't say
and
for sure.
I guess my whole deal is I'm kind of judging this based on maybe other movies.
He's judging it on his
But-
own torture expertise.
Yes,
He's like,
exactly.
you could see the wounds
And-
through the blood.
Let me
and-
show you people under my house. Come here.
So here's the thing. Yes, here's the thing. Night 3 before the fourth and final day. Luck is on his side, by the way, because during day 3, when he got stabbed with one of the scalpels, the tip broke off, and
Just
so
the tip.
Yeah, just the tip.
I think he jerked just enough so that way it would snap.
And maybe, I guess
Never good ass and knows how to fuck with people.
that is true. But here's the thing: I mean, I don't know much about lockpicking.
Okay, see, I knew you were going to be on
There
this.
is no way.
Bullshit.
Yeah, wait.
Bullshit.
On me or the movie?
You.
Why?
I've been watching Lockpicking Lawyer on YouTube so goddamn much lately. I believe if he knew what he's doing with lockpicking, he could have lockpicked that shit with his teeth. Locks are so easy to pick if you know what
Really?
you're doing. Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
There's no-
I
yeah.
have to admit,
There's this-
because I have seen some too, and because they show that lock and it has like one of those big skeleton keyholes on
Oh,
it,
okay.
it's probably pretty
There's a
easy.
guy-
I probably couldn't do it.
Also, everything that Blute has is very medieval.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
probably a very simple mechanism in a really old style lock.
Okay, all right. I'll give that a
Blown
pass.
through your theory.
I knew I knew someone was going to bring it up. I was like, I've been watching so much Lockpicking Lawyer. He picks through all these locks that are like, supposed to be amazing in like 2 or 3 seconds.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll let that slide
And
then.
half the time-
I'll let that slide.
He's just brute forcing. He's like, you don't even have to actually try and pick it. You just run a rake back and forth really fast and it pops open.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Fine.
So,
I'm
like-
letting that go. I'm letting that go.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I
Now
was so
quit your
excited.
bitching.
So here's the thing. So okay,
Mike has like diagrams printed out in his pocket, like waiting to show you guys.
pie charts and yeah.
Let me show you this shit. This is how it works.
I actually bought a replica of that
Yeah.
lock and a scalpel blade.
I even put it in my skin to okay. No. Okay. So here.
It needs
Okay.
the blood. It's lubricant texture.
Oh, yeah. So, wait. Lubricant for what?
Blood torture.
Butt torture?
Blood torture.
Gross.
I love butt torture.
All right. So
now that we're sufficiently off track,
yes.
What the hell was happening again?
Okay, night 3, he picks the lock. He's ready for day 4. Okay, so there's some guards that are getting things ready that go into the room, and he takes them out. And this weird. Did anybody else catch this? Because
I thought the first kill was really weird.
He takes out a few of them, and there's like this weird moment of him sitting there, and there's like a noise, like some sort of like tinnitus thing going on with him or something. And then all of a sudden, he's like, boom, he pops one.
And he toggles on, like he just instant aim hacks the guy.
Yeah, and then takes out this other guy, which I don't care. But what I'm getting at is there's all this downtime of Duncan just standing there.
Yeah, I noticed that with a lot of the scenes. It's like there's a bunch of guys, and they're kind of all waiting to take their turn to attack him.
These guys, they go down, and Mr. Blute's approaching with more guys, and he's like, he hears a scream, and he's like, screw this, I'm out of here, because he's a sissy, of course. So he takes off running, he's like, kill him. He sends all his guys in there. And of course, this scene is actually, it's as far as action movies go, it's kind of enjoyable. He takes them all out. There's like this huge gunfight scene, and they're going through this tunnel. And here's the thing. First, I'm like, bullshit, because there's so many guys with guns.
Yep.
He could have easily got shot numerous times, but
dude, these were stormtroopers. They don't hit
no.
shit.
Well, that's true. But this is so typical action movie, and it's
It
kind
is,
of
though.
okay.
I justified it as okay because it was so typical action movie.
Yes,
for all
you
that.
do
It's
got to
like-
kind of switch your brain off.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was a little bit more accepting of it when he started getting shot. But that being said, there were
Yeah, I
other
mean, he
moments
gets
he
shot-
should have been shot.
He gets shot twice in it, but also technically he's grabbed. I mean, it's kind of half-assed, but he grabs them as cover.
Yeah.
For a lot of hits.
He does. And so
there's at one point where he's literally fireman carrying someone on his shoulder to tank the shots at his head.
yeah.
Like
it was a decent scene. It was fine. Like I say, this went on for I think 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I just thought it was a little lame because again, there were times when it seemed that the enemies were kind of waiting.
Oh yeah,
to shoot. Wait until he gets this under control. Now I'm going to shoot a couple of shots from my automatic.
Yeah, and
shot.
And I don't know if this is fault of editing or directing, but yeah, they could have done that a little bit better.
Yeah.
But so he makes it out of there, and he is pretty messed up. Not gonna lie, which I do like. I like when they do that in movies. And here he goes to this warehouse where he meets Jasmine. Okay, another old friend who apparently had a thing for Duncan.
Well,
and
when the hell did they say her name?
Maybe it's just because of the caption.
I was like,
probably.
I always watch caption.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jasmine, if you guys didn't know, now you know. She hooks him up with firepower, technology, a truck, and apparently better health
After
in
she plays
less than
combat
2
medic.
days. Yeah. This guy is back. There's no way.
He is a badass. He's a tough guy.
He always came to her for guns, apparently.
Killers are great.
The minigun controllers in the gloves was kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it was
like I feel like you could have just had a remote where you just press the button to initiate the guns going or something.
Yeah.
But having this, ooh, I got magic hands. that was just kind of
jazz
cheesy.
hands.
I know.
You know?
What is that?
Yeah, it was okay. He could have. It's they were so nonchalant about rolling up in there. He could have just had bombs everywhere.
Yeah, and again, this was a really dramatic scene where they could have killed him. But first, all the guys have to stay back.
Yep.
The two people got to talk a little bit. She's got to walk away. Then the bad guys have to, for some reason, walk forward.
Yeah. You know what they could have done? They could have drove up in there and just kept driving and ran his ass over.
Yeah, and been done.
Done.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Go, move. Don't you fucking dare. Hey, you fucking pussies!
Oh, dear.
Come back! Excuse us. It's upstairs. Go, move.
Hello there. Is Mr. Blute expecting you, sir? I'll fetch you a cup of coffee, sir.
Bring me the girl. No. Bring me the fucking girl!
No fucking way, you're on your own.
What do you mean you were? Hello? Hello?
This movie is done. This movie's done and over. I'm done. I'm out. This scene is done and over with. And so okay. All right. I do like this scene. Okay,
That's
for
kind of my
one
favorite.
reason.
This is
for
one of my favorite
reason.
scenes. I love this.
Now he's going to take out Mr. Blute himself.
Okay, yeah, I like this. 'cause-
And well, are we at the same
This
thing?
was good.
Yeah.
This was good.
All his little henchmen,
Oh, I like that.
bodyguards.
I like that you see him just walking up the driveway nonchalantly, and
Yes.
everyone's just looking out the window looking at him.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
And all the guards are just like,
Fuck this,
Nah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, they're-
they just,
and
They nope the fuck out.
I have thought about that in numerous movies, and I'm so glad they did it because
Yeah, that
there's
was good.
there's so many movies where like this overpowered character is taking out so many people, and they
I'm
still
fucking
run.
dying
Yeah,
today.
they still run after him, and I'm like, no, there's no way you are paying me enough to just die. No, you did. So I like this.
There's like 20 of us left. We ain't fucking sticking around. Bye.
There's people walking by him, and they're like, oh, excuse me. And there's other people like, he's upstairs, and I'm like, yes,
He's
yes.
upstairs. Sorry.
Exactly. This is how it should be. And I honestly thought this was the end of the movie. And I'm like, well, that was nothing.
A little anticlimactic.
he
Yeah.
had his father's sword.
But honestly, yeah, that was dumb.
He
when
had
he walks
an
in the
axe,
room
though.
and he like picks up the sword, like this fat Englishman is gonna chop down this dude who can
Not
single-handedly
only that-
kill like 30 people with
Not
just
only
his
that-
testicles.
Yes.
He still had the gun in his hand.
Yeah.
Why use the sword? Forget the sword. Just start shooting. You got no fucking chance
Unless
anyway.
he already wasted his bullets shooting at his men to come back here.
Well, it doesn't matter
Well,
anyway.
he showed that he clearly can't shoot for shit with that. So.
yeah.
He's a stormtrooper in training.
But yeah, so he's decapitated in like 2 seconds. And I'm like, huh, all right.
And would have been a much better end to the movie. They should have just rolled credits instead of doing what
but here's
they
the
did.
thing. They knew this movie was going to be great. So here comes the twist ending
But then he's gotta save
sequel setup, okay? He's back to his place in the middle of nowhere. And
He's detoxing her.
yes,
detoxing Camille.
He's detoxing Camille after all this. And he wakes up for like a nap or some bullshit. And she's holding.
old.
Oh, yeah.
He's 50.
Yeah, take a break from his
He
puzzles.
wakes up. She's not in the room.
Yes.
Start searching for the Werther's.
But then,
Yes.
and then he sees on the bed all these articles from
Yes.
the flashbacks he kept been having that it
This
has to
must
do
have been
with
one
it.
hell of a nap. Like, I mean, he snapped up and shot his dog because it was sniffing around his boot.
Yeah.
Yet she had time to wander
Well,
the
she
house.
did have-
count
he
all
did
these-
have a
Yeah, she was
flashback.
scrapbooking
Yeah.
and
He did have a flashback while it was sniffing his boot. So
oh yeah.
Well, he was having flashbacks while she was apparently putting the.
He has a
cutouts up.
flashback every nap.
The movie should have ended with he had a flashback, woke up and shot her and just killed her accidentally in the end.
Yeah, that would have been weird. But no, so here's the thing. Here's the twist
I actually
ending.
would have really liked
Buried her
that.
next to the dog, moved on
There's
with his
all these
life.
articles and everything. We find out this limo flashback thing, which brings everything together, was he was like contracted to kill the guy. This dude. I don't even know who he was or what he was doing.
From actually at the very end, he tries to explain it.
Okay.
He basically he had bad intel. He wasn't supposed to
Oh.
kill any of those people.
Oh,
he,
not
he,
at
got,
all?
he got to the wrong limo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like he
Yeah.
was,
So
he
he
was
killed-
at one point the hipster noob that didn't know anything and just killed his family accidentally.
See, I took it and
Yeah,
obviously
The
wrong.
first 3 times I watched it, I thought he was supposed to kill her dad.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, I thought the bad intel was that he was going to be alone. And so when he took him out, he accidentally killed him. Well, not accidentally killed him. He killed him, accidentally killed the wife who was pregnant.
When he took him out, he accidentally killed
He
him.
accidentally killed him. He's so good at his job. Happy accidents, like Bob Ross.
When you kill someone,
and then
it's just-
killed her father.
Yeah.
Or killed her brother.
Yeah, because she was pregnant with her brother. And
No, and her
No.
brother was there.
Holy shit, there's
the
another one?
The mom, yeah.
Mom was
Oh,
pregnant.
God.
Yeah.
And her brother was there.
Damn.
That
She
limo,
said it,
that
and
limo
they
was
showed it.
bumping.
Yeah,
dude. It was
dude.
jam-packed.
Yeah, because she said that she
flew through this.
missed like the way that her brother's like hair was so soft.
Oh, that's
and
right. Yeah, duh, that makes sense.
How she like spent time with him and stuff.
Oh, the best part of this. Oh shit. The best part of this is when she's saying this and she goobers. Oh, loved it.
I did not see
Love
that.
it.
That's real reaction.
Oh
right?
man,
That-
she was losing her shit. She's talking about all this stuff and like this big wham just like right to her chin. I started
I
cracking
did
up. It
not
was so
notice
good.
that. But to be honest, I thought that her character was up there with Blute's character. I didn't like her character.
She's
I
fine.
didn't like
I did.
the
though.
person
I
she
liked her.
portrayed. I mean, I just, I'm not saying she's a bad actress, whatever is suitable to say nowadays.
You
but
just don't like her character.
I just didn't like her character.
Oh yeah, but I think maybe you just didn't like the twist. I don't think I like the twist because ultimately,
throughout the whole movie,
he
I didn't really
accidentally
like the
killed her entire family, and he felt bad because he didn't mean to, and that's where all this money was being wired. He was trying
yeah, I
to
know, that was
raise
good.
her, take care of her school, and all this stuff anonymously, but she knew.
And I did like that, obviously, he could have taken her out right there, but
Yeah.
he knew that he messed up, and
Oh, yeah.
he knew that he deserved to die, and he was okay with it, so he just sat there and was like, all right.
because she had the gun to him, even though she hates guns, and of course she couldn't go through with it regardless.
She shot, but didn't kill him.
Yeah, and
like I honestly, when I heard the gunshot, I'm like, either he's not dead, or she actually killed him.
I thought she killed herself, actually.
Ooh.
Because I thought she was so depressed, and I knew that she had a hard time with the gun, and I thought maybe because obviously she's like, I want to stop seeing you every time I close my eyes, and she must know deep down inside that even if she kills him, that's not going to bring her family back.
Damn. You know,
so
actually,
she would have to kill herself to stop seeing him.
killing herself for as much as he felt bad for her, if she
Yeah.
did that, he would have had to have lived almost the way
Yeah.
she was living there after for his whole retirement. That would have been a much better ending.
That's what I thought.
Damn.
Honestly, yeah. If they weren't shooting for that sequel,
Yeah, and they did.
Her actually just straight up shooting him,
Yeah.
or shooting herself would have been much better endings.
But no, they set up for a sequel because she doesn't kill him, and then they go out to the porch and she's like, can we find the man who did this?
Oh, do you know who did this?
Right, and he's like, no, but
No,
we can try.
Yeah. Can we find him? Like, we can try.
Yeah, and that's it. So it's like it's a setup for a sequel, which I don't know if it's gonna happen. I will admit, if they make a sequel, I would probably watch it.
Yeah, I would.
That's the thing. This is a one-time watch cheesy action movie.
Yes.
If you just
Then why'd you watch it 4 times?
because I hate myself.
Okay, you know what? That being said, let's go into final thoughts and ratings.
Oh no, that means I'm first.
Haha.
So I really like the special effects in the movie, especially when I thought the movie was on an extremely low budget compared to other movies. So I had a much higher score for it thinking on that. But now that we can't confirm the budget was actually low, I'm gonna give it like a 4. Which is still pretty good because I'm going off the first time I watched it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like, it was good enough. I think I just don't like watching movies multiple times. So for me, it just gets worse every fucking time.
So you gave it a 1 for each time you watched it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Good way to look at it. All right,
Russell.
Okay. I think that's a really good score because I like the main character, even though he got her a gun when he should have got her a knife. That was stupid. The movie was crap, but I think a 4 is good because I think a 5 would be average, and I think this was below average, but just below average. I think it's 4.
You know what? I'm kind of like torn. It's like
I'm
a half good and
surprised,
half
honestly.
bad.
Like, I expected way worse. Like
Yeah, right. But no, I'm like it to me, it's like it's good, but certain things could have been like the comedic parts. Their flow was terrible and felt like they didn't fit at all. Other than that, like the serious parts, I liked. A couple things could have been cut out because it was done too much. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 4. 4 ain't. Yeah, I think that's fair for this movie.
All right. Okay.
We're all on the same page.
I hope you give it like a 9.
No, here's the thing. Okay, Mike's right, and I don't know how this works. And I apparently it's a sign of a bad film because the first time I watched it, it's just a typical action movie, and it didn't seem that bad. Like if I were to rate this the first time, 5.5, maybe 6.
Same.
But the more I watched it, it kept getting worse and worse. So it can't be a good movie. And you're right. There's a horrible balance of comedy and drama. They did not do it well. And honestly, it's hard to watch, but I think you're all right. I'm giving it a 4.
It's
4 across the board.
It's unbalanced. It could be a lot better, but it's a horribly unbalanced movie.
If we can confirm the budget.
Exactly. Yes.
I can't. I keep looking, or I couldn't find anything. I did find this though. This is interesting. So the reception of this movie, the film holds an approval rating of 20% based off of 45 reviews, with a weighted average of 3.28 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Give it a little more
that's
than
not much
average.
I feel like we aren't very harsh either.
If they do make a sequel, we have to review it.
We
and
really
compare it to the
do.
first one.
Here, like if 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝗜𝗚 popped out a movie tomorrow,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would be all over it. Like,
Oh my
we
god!
wouldn't be like meeting up to record immediately for that.
That's
Like,
horrible.
Like
That's so bad.
Even if it's just a movie we've done, pops out another one. Guardians 2, 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝗜 2. Like we're doing it.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode, you guys. Thank you so much for listening in. But you know what? You can do more than just listen. You can be part of the conversation. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Rewind Guys Pod. That's REWGUYSPOD, or email us at REWGUYSPOD@gmail.com and let us know what you think about this movie or any movie we've reviewed here on the podcast. We hope you join us next week. All right, let me see if I can do an on-the-fly closer so it all kind of matches. Let me see. That's going to be... Done already.
Man, I was about to yell.
Oh, you son of a bitch.